Welcome to this week's issue of Print21, the weekly industry news bulletin brought to you by me, Wayne Robinson, editor of Print21.com.au, coming to you in these extraordinary times of coronavirus, which has had a huge impact, is having a huge impact on the economy, on our lifestyles. We're standing today in front of a newsagent, suburban shopping mall. You can place plenty of print, magazines, newspapers, gift cards, lottery tickets. Some print is still carrying on, but we're also standing right next door to Flight Centre, a travel agent which is just closing 428 of its stores around the country. All those brochures, wallets, packs that you used to order print for are gone, and anyone that's printing in the hospitality, in the sports, in the travel, in the aviation sector knows that it's a really tough times right now. We're coming up to Easter break, of course, and perhaps we can reflect on the Easter message, one of new life out of old, hope out of chaos, as we think about the times that we're going to be facing in the next few months. One thing we do know about human beings is they have a tremendous capacity to adapt, to survive and to eventually thrive. Industry news this week is led by rent relief. The government has put in its latest package to deal with the crisis, the ongoing economic issues of it. The government has said that any tenant, commercial tenant that suffered a more than 30% drop in turnover, and sadly that's many printing companies right now, will not be able to be evicted if they can't pay the rent. The landlord and the tenant must come to an arrangement, and that arrangement will include rent deferrals, rent waivers, for all commercial tenants that are struggling like that. It's good news from the government, which is obviously putting a lot of structures in place to help business through this time. Full details on that will be available through a webinar that's being run every day by PVCA. Go to the PVCA website or go to the Print21 website, follow the link. That's at 3 p.m. every day, today, Thursday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. Plenty of companies now are adapting already. We're getting great stories in. Coleman Group, for instance, a large format sign and display printer, they're using their Massivit 3D print system there to produce face masks. The Massivit is producing the headgear, the wraparounds that go on someone's head, and then they're using their Zund machine to cut out the polycarb and attach it. Rod Peter there tells me they're already producing 200 a day for various sources. One of the effects of coronavirus, of course, has been Drupa. It's been postponed to next year, but the big manufacturing developers, of course, who are priming their production and development cycle for Drupa, aren't stopping and releasing their machines. And we're a slew of news this week. Go to the website, of course, for all that detail. We've had Canon have released a 9000 IPH SRA3 inkjet cut sheet printer, the VarioPrint iX. Heidelberg have been launching robots for their folding machines to take the folded product off the folder onto pallets, and also introducing push-to-stop technology. Dements, the wall covering printer brought into this country now by Stick-On Signs, Abe Weisberger's company. They've got the one-pass textured emboss and print wall covering, and anyone that watches TV know that with shows like the House Rules and The Block, personalised wall coverings are a big deal. Zycon 2 has got new dry toner technology, 2 new presses, one for commercial print, one for labels. Plenty of tough news, of course, this week. In addition to the coronavirus, the Aussie dollar is having a serious impact on paper prices. It's fallen 12% in the last 4 or 5 weeks. And so both Spices and Ball & Dogger have signalled that prices will be rising. We don't know how much yet, but of course it doesn't take a genius to work out that if the dollar's fallen by 12%, there's not going to be a too dissimilar price rise, which is going to be tough news. Toughest news of all this week has come from Melbourne. Many of you will know Frank Hilliard, the founder of Eastern Press with his wife Irene. Founded it in 1983. He's been a big fixture on the Melbourne print scene for a long time. Sadly, Frank passed away this week. Very sudden, unexpected illness took him. Family, friends, colleagues and the wider industry have been paying tribute to him and remembering one of the good guys of the industry. RIP, Frank Hilliard. That's it for this week's issue of Print21. All the news is on Print21.com.au website. This is me, Wayne Robinson, signing off for another week.